Hi there, in this video I'll be covering this very popular case, the Mous Limitless 3.0 in Aramid Fibre.
I think we're landing on Mous, by the way, how you pronounce them, not Mouse. I'm going to stick with Mous. I don't know, I'm going to have to contact their marketing department, which I don't have the time for now. So let's crack on and open this box. So I might need a knife for this one. Oh, that feels good. All right. Okay, so first off, what you've got is more cardboard. Cardboard inside cardboard. Little message here that they're also trying to save the environment. We're working towards reducing your impact. Yep, they're saving the environment. Thank you, Mous. Oh, and straight away, I mean, you get the case. I have to say, I've been a customer for over a year now. They just feel amazing. Straight off the bat, they're so, I mean, this is, we'll get into the detail in a bit, but it just feels great and it's very, very sturdy. There's no plastic involved in this. As you can see, it's just cardboard. Something about their technology, which we'll get on in a minute. Here's a clue. They've got a magnetic field. Okay. I love their marketing. They're great. And they've got great videos as well. So before we get into it, we have a question here sent by one of our viewers, which we should address really. Yes, it will work with wireless charging in MagSafe, but MagSafe won't grip this case in the same way that it grips the Apple branded cases, which, as you know, come with a MagSafe magnetic element in it. If that is not a big deal for you, then this case will do just fine. Actually, it will do more than just fine. Mous, unlike most cases, has something that the typical cases don't actually have. Mous cases come with what they call the Auto Align Plus. This is inside it, as you can see here, the branding is in there. It has the proprietary magnetic mounting technology, which is basically some magnetic plates around inside the case, which makes gripping anything that's magnetic a lot easier than your typical cases that you'll find in the market, whilst it will give you a little bit more extra grip in comparison with third-party cases. You're not going to be able to swing the MagSafe cable around holding the phone to it, because that's not really what people do, right? So this case has an advantage over the other third-party cases that you can find in the market because it actually has magnets inside it. Mous call it the Auto Align Plus feature, which is effectively some magnet pieces in here. It's really good technology inside the case, and it doesn't actually make it extra heavier or anything like that. It's just very light still, but it has magnets inside it. I don't have a MagSafe charger here right now or a wireless charger, but I do have a light with a magnet in it. So it's got this 4 magnet points. As you can see, I can hold the case holding just with the magnet and the light, and there's 4 of them. I can feel them kind of. There's one here, quite a strong one there, and another one here. So it will help a little bit with attaching this to the wireless charger that you might have, or with the MagSafe. This case has an advantage over the standard kind of plastic cases that you can find in the market. The other neat feature that this got is got some storage compartments in here. So it comes with a storage area here for the SIM card remover. And in fact, I didn't show you this on the unboxing, but it comes with a little key here for you to remove the SIM card, because those things are quite easy to lose. If you're like me, you probably lost several of them already. As it happens, I do have one left that I found, and you can see here it will work with your previous cases as well. So what you do, you leave that in the case and slap your phone on top of it. So really good feature. On the 11 Pro version, it actually had exactly the same feature. This is really hard to remove, by the way. You got to really push the camera module out to help get it out. So comparing that feature specifically, you can see the 12 Pro Max here in my right hand and the 11 Pro Max here on my left hand. You can see the difference here. The opening on the 12 Pro Max for that storage compartment is actually a little bit deeper than it was here on the 11 Pro Max. So this is the 11 Pro Max on the 12 Pro case, and actually it's not, I mean, it is a little bit loose, but not too bad. I mean, you can see at the bottom here, a little bit of a gap. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to work, but yeah, there you go. So this is a couple of millimeters. This is a very thin sort of SIM card remover. I'm trying to put it in here between the gap, and it's barely able to get in there. So yeah, it's not that much of a difference from a sizing perspective. You can also add 2 SIM cards to the case, which is great. If you've got multiple SIM cards, you've got like a work phone and a personal phone, and you interchange them between your phones all the time, there's a nice way to keep it safe inside the case. Again, it's got a much bigger compartment in there in comparison to last year. Last year it was just enough to fit a SIM card, and you potentially could be scratching your case because it feels quite shallow in comparison to this year. The 12 Pro Max case seems to have been improved a little bit on that front because yeah, it feels a little bit deeper into the case, which is great. You know, more protection, even more peace of mind for you not to damage the back of your phone. In terms of the outside looks, as you can see, my left hand here, the 11 Pro Max, on my right hand, the 12 Pro Max, you know, look exactly the same. Very, very good. So just going back then to how resistant this case is, let me tell you, this case feels extremely sturdy. At the same time, very light. I mean, they use real materials, and this carbon fiber look that they've got in this one feels really nice and smooth as well. Don't know how well I mean, it feels really, really nice. And yeah, it's really nice and soft, quite pleasing to the touch material. It's not grippy, at the same time it's not very slippery either. And on the side, it's a little bit of a matte feel to it. Very nice, very great grip on the phone as well. Very easy to kind of get it in and out of your pocket as well. Really good. The interior of the case is also a very lush, almost like a suede material. That reminds me of, I bought the 11 Pro Max leather case from Apple themselves. And inside the case, I mean, there's a lot to be said about the Apple cases, right? One of the things is the lush feel that it gives you inside. They're great. So just to give you an idea, the material inside the Mous case is fantastic and is exactly the same feel. I mean, I don't know how you can see that from the camera, but I can assure you it's exactly the same feel. This kind of suede, it feels very premium. You know, it's really nice, and you can, you know, if you were a phone, you would sleep on this. Absolutely, this feels more comfortable than my bed. Is that a good comparison? I don't know, but you know, I'm going with it anyway. Right, in terms of the resistance of this case, right, just going back to that a little bit, Mous used something called a polycarbonate material and TPU. Without getting too technical, this stuff is the same stuff that they use to build riot shields, right? So, or for those of you who have kids, Lego. No, Lego. Have you ever stepped on Lego? Yeah, it's that bloody hard, right? So polycarbonate and TPU, very hard. So you can trust this will be very safe to protect your very expensive, you know, brand new toy. In my view, this case is worth every penny. Talking about worth every penny, this case costs $49.99. Absolutely no question is money well invested, because you've already paid near or over 1,000 for this phone. So $49.99 for this case is a perfect investment in my books. This phone is a masterpiece of design and also very expensive. So, you know, having bought the Apple cases and third-party cases myself, I totally get it. You're paying quite a lot for this phone, so you want to make sure it's well protected. Going back to the design of the case itself, inside you can see you've got this green material here. When you feel it to the touch, it's very different to anything else on the case. It's actually a rubber material as well, which gives you a really nice snug feel. And they had that on the 11 Pro as well, as you can see, exactly the same, which basically means the phone is nice and snug and it's not slipping around, and it's really nice really sturdy. It feels just like it's part of the phone, you know. It doesn't feel like a case at all. It just feels like part of the design of the phone, which is really great. It's really nice. I mean, the lips here, the only bit of that you can flex at all is this bit at the bottom here, and that's not a lot. So not a lot of dust will get through. When you put it face down, it's not going to bounce around. There's no movement at all, and it's not going to scratch the screen. I mean, as you can see, I've had it for a year and I use it all the time. I put it down like it's nothing, and you know, you can feel the lip, but it's so minimal. It's so discreet and very kind of elegant. You know, don't really. I mean, obviously, if you do this, you can see my nail is being stopped by the lip. It's definitely there, but when you're using the phone all the time, you can barely see it. You can see it, it's a bit elevated on the corners than on the edges here. And as you can see on the videos that Mous provide on their website, people are throwing these things, you know, high in the air, dropping on really like very rocky terrains, and the phone it remains intact. So really good case. On the back, again, there's no bumps whatsoever, so it stays nice and secure wherever you put it. As you can see, if you compare the two, they are exactly as new. The case, as you can see here, in comparison to the one that I just took it out of the box, right? So this is the 12 Pro Max case that I literally just unboxed, and this is the one I've used it for a year. Could you tell the difference, right, that they used? Maybe a little bit if you look at the top and the back here. On the left here, this is the 11 Pro Max. There's a tiny bit of a scuff marks over here on the top, but it's so minimal. Yeah, it's barely noticeable. But on the edges, completely as new. So really recommend this case. So putting the phone face down brings me to the screen protector question. Do you need a screen protector with this case? I'm going to be honest with you. Although I use one with my Apple Watch, I don't ever use one with my mobile devices. I just don't like the way they normally feel. Now the new iPhone 12s come with this ceramic shield that Apple are saying is the new, very tough, very, you know, scratch resistant glass. But if you look online, you'll see that that glass is getting scratched. So for this version of the iPhone, you might need a screen protector. And let me know in the comments if you think I should look at screen protectors and do a review on it, because I'm considering myself having a look at that. Some of the screen protectors out there are actually quite good these days. You know, they have improved a lot. Apple themselves are selling the Belkin Ultra Glass screen protector. So this ceramic shield could be just marketing fluff, right? We've seen that before. I never got on with screen protectors myself, and I have had my screen shatter before. But to be honest with you, it only happened once in the last, I don't know, 12 years, 13 years of having Apple phones. So statistically speaking, for me personally, I probably would like to take that chance and experience a good touch on the phone. But at the same time, I know that screen protectors have moved on quite a bit, and they do feel just like the screen itself in some of the cases for the more premium options. So I will try some screen protectors and feed that back to you in another video. Just let me know in the comment if you think that that's a useful thing to do. Does the dust come in? Not on this baby. Not a lot gets inside this case, because it's got that rubber on the side internally, and it's also just quite a hard material to bend and allow dust to get in even through the buttons here. So a little bit gets in. You know, you can see sometimes a little bit of fiber sometimes gets in these little cavities, but it's so easy to clean. You just get it out. You know, as I said, use a bit of fiber cloth and you're done. How grippy is it? I mean, one of the key questions for any case is, you know, how does it feel? How does it feel in comparison with the phone? And in this case here, it's really nice. On the side, they have really nice matte finish that is feels really nice to the grip. It's not going to slip out of your hand at any time soon, right? It's a really sturdy feel, really nice. I mean, it's yeah, it's solid. I mean, this thing is, it feels like a soldier should be having this. I mean, this thing is like so strong. All right, so the links as usual are in the description, guys. So if you use those links, it does help the channel a little bit, and it helps me build more content and bring more and more of this content for you. So cool. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be bringing lots more content around the iPhone 12 Pro Max. I've got these other videos here as well where I chat about some other different options that you can have for your iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.